James is a red mixed traffic engine from Sodor. He loves to pull passengers and likes to show off his red paint. He had recently arrived in Japan for a trial run for the Oigawa Railway. James was enjoying himself. He would give a beep beep hello to the other engines. Others would go toot toot him back. One morning, James was up early to start his run. He was so excited. This is Senzu Station. It is one of the main terminals of the Senzu main line. As James pulled into the station, there were some railway officials standing. They were going to be observing James's performance along the main line. Alongside of him was a bullet train. Her name was Rika. James was astonished. He had never met an engine like that before. Good morning. How are you today?
Konnichiwa. I'm fine, thank you. What is your name? My name is Rika.
Oh, I'm James. I'm from the island of Sodor. I'm a very splendid engine, as you can see.
Really? Why do you say that, James?
It's because I'm painted red. Don't I look splendid, Rika? I mean, red is indeed a proper color for an engine like me, if you know what I mean.
I sure do, James.
Soon, Rika's passengers was soon on board. Rika's guard blew his whistle. All right, Rika, let us depart, said her conductor.
Sorry, James. I have to go. Welcome to Japan.
And off she went into the distance. James was amazed. Seeing Rika pull out of the station reminded him of going so fast back on Sodor. Or as I recall, don't remind me! Never mind then. Soon, James's guard blew his whistle and off he went to the Oigawa mainline station. It is one of the second main lines to run on the Oigawa Railway. As he came around the corner, he could see a very small station up ahead. It was filled with passengers. Hello, Oigawa Station! Here's James! Everyone was admiring his red paint. He was indeed very splendid. A few minutes later, James was getting very impatient. There were so many passengers at the platform. They weren't taking any more pictures because they were waiting for someone to arrive at the station to find out if James's performance has been accepted for the Oigawa Railway. James was very, very cross. Oh, come on! James heard a familiar sound. Wait, that can't be who I think it is. Is it? The sound he was hearing was coming from a road vehicle. But not just any road vehicle. It was Bertie the bus. He had just pulled in with some rail fans and reporters and photographers when he noticed James. James? Is that you? What are you doing here? I thought you were back on the island of Sodor. Oh, I was. But I came here to work on the Oigawa Railway. Oigawa Railway? What a coincidence. I'm working there too. How are you enjoying Japan so far, James? I'm feeling very splendid about it. James heard another mark mark sound. Who was that? Just then, a car came around the corner crossing James's line. It was one of the Oigawa Railway owners arriving to collect James. The railway officials walked over to him, and Bertie's passengers were very excited to hear the news about James living and working on the Oigawa Railway. James and Bertie have never seen that many people that excited before.
That's a lot of people. I've never seen that many so excited before. I like Japan already.
I'm glad to hear that, James. In fact, take a look upwards and see how far you went from the S01 main line.
James looked up and saw how far he came from the S01 main line. The view was indeed very pretty. He was also astonished to see the beautiful blue sky. It lit up the view so well that it made his axles tingle.
I've never seen such beauty. I wish that was back on Sodor.
I'm sure it is, James. I'm sure it is.
Oh, sorry, Bertie. I must be off. Will I see you on the Oigawa Railway?
Of course. Don't worry. I'm not going anywhere. Besides, I live here too, remember?
Oh, yes, of course.
James's guard blew his whistle, and off he went.
See you later, Bertie.
As James made his way back towards the S01 main line, he couldn't believe that he ran into an old friend he thought he'd never see again.
Good friend. A good friend indeed.
James was so excited he wanted to tell everyone the good news that he ran into an old friend. He passed through the countryside. He passes near the beach. Soon, he arrived back at the S01 station. His boiler was bubbling with excitement. His conversation with Bertie really brought back a lot of good memories. Just then, Rika pulled into the station.
Konnichiwa, James. How did your performance go?
It went very well, thank you. I've been accepted to live and work on the Oigawa Railway, and I ran into an old friend named Bertie.
Congratulations! And who's Bertie?
Bertie is a red bus. He used to work on an old branch line. In fact, would you like to hear a story on how he raced my friend Thomas?
Yes, please!
Soon James was telling them how Thomas won the race with Bertie the bus and how they became good friends. James was also telling them how he became the world's fastest red engine. But that's a story for another time and another series adventure with James.